Welcome back to Series 2, Episode 19 of the House Renovation.
You said series. Series.
Welcome back to Series 2, Episode 19 of the House Renovation.
And we just wanted to start off today's video with a huge thank you to everybody who has subscribed to our channel, because we've just hit a massive milestone. We have just hit 40,000 subscribers on this channel, which is incredible. So thank you guys so much for that.
Yes, thank you so much. However, we have noticed that there's quite a high percentage of you viewers who aren't actually subscribed. So could you please do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button to help us towards our next goal of 50,000 subscribers?
Do you think we can get there by the end of this year?
Oh, let's not set any targets.
Could you imagine though? Let's try getting 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That will be incredible. But anyway, back to today's video. Today's video is basically a part 2 of us fitting the IKEA kitchen. So if you haven't watched part 1, that will kind of make more sense before you go into this video. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let's just kind of make up the kitchen as I'm going along. As you can see in the corner of the room now, I have put the fridge cabinet in place. It's fully fastened to the wall, and as you can see, the doors are on here, and also the end panel is on here. Obviously, there's no fridge in there at the moment. I knew that this wall was slightly out when it was plastered and stuff, but I didn't know how bad it was until I put this corner fridge cabinet in. And you can see up here, can you see this, Holly?
Yeah.
You can see there's a massive gap up there, and it basically goes down to zero gap down there, which I thought to myself, I won't, look into it too much. I will just ignore it. There's a little bit of a gap because this is all square, and when the whole kitchen's done, we won't notice this section here. But maybe in me, I notice these things, and I don't like the fact that there's basically like a 15mm gap at the top and nothing at the bottom. I've kind of worked out now that I'm going to try filling this gap here. I'm basically going to use some wood like this, and what I'm going to have to do is take the cabinet off the wall, slide it over a bit about this much, so then I can basically cut a piece of wood like a triangle, like a very long, slender triangle, to basically get into that gap, and then I can paint the wood white the same colour as the wall and stuff, and then in theory in the long run we won't actually see that wall is completely out. And Holly's a bit annoyed.
I have no issue with the gap.
Holly doesn't care about that because she wants to get this bad boy in. This is our brand new fridge freezer.
You want to fill it up with more snacks?
We got some strawberries in there.
We have.
This is brand new. This is an IKEA fridge, and then also freezer down here. Brown spankers. Can't put that in to the fridge cabinet until I've messed around with that. As you obviously know by now, the actual cabinets and the door fronts are from IKEA, but the actual handles we've put onto the door fronts are not from IKEA. We actually were going to use the ones from IKEA, these ones here. They're called Billsbro, the white handles. We haven't actually unboxed these, so I can't show you exactly what they look like because I'm going to take these back and actually get a refund. But these ones kind of hook under the actual bottom of the cabinet or bottom of the actual door, and your hand just kind of like lifts them up. They don't actually go through like this. So we actually decided to not go for those Billsbro ones and go for these ones. I think that's probably the name. I don't even know how to pronounce that. IKEA. These handles are from B&Q. They are white ones and they're super thin, super minimalistic, and they're an actual handle you can get your hand around. So we went for these ones, which I think are really nice and minimalistic, white and blend in. They're not too in your face, because I think we've counted we need 31 handles to go into our kitchen, and I didn't want something which was going to be too in your face and make the kitchen look a bit too complicated, because we considered using black versions of these, which are similar to the ones we actually put into the bathroom. They're the same make. The ones in the bathroom are black ones, while these ones are white. So it kind of adds a little bit of consistency throughout the actual whole house. And as you can see, we've still got the protective film on the door fronts as well. I haven't taken the protective film off because we haven't finished the kitchen yet. That will be the very last thing I do, because I don't want to basically damage the actual door fronts, because we're still working in here. So this will be the last thing we actually do, is that satisfying plastic peel off of these door fronts. But enough of that talk, let's get back to the actual fridge. So somehow between me and Holly, we have to lift the fridge freezer up into that cabinet in position. It's going to be a little bit difficult, I think. So as you can see here, I've now finished putting the door onto the actual freezer door by putting these little slider bits on right here. So when we actually open the door, don't know if you can actually see that, it basically slides along this actual runner here. So the actual door opens the freezer door as well. And from this angle we can really see the difference putting that piece of wood in to fill the gap on the side of the fridge. So that is quite good timing that I've managed to finish the fridge and get that cabinet in today, because tomorrow morning, first thing, we've just found out that our worktops are finally going to be turning up.
Is here and it looks amazing. I am so pleased with it, and thank you to everyone who voted all of those months ago about which worktop you liked the best. I believe oak won, that had the most votes, and you'll be pleased to know that this is the oak worktop. I have to be honest, oak wasn't my favourite, but when we came to order it, there's a little bit of shortage of wood here, so our decision was kind of made for us, but now it's here. I absolutely love it. It looks so nice, and the next step, what we've got to do is oil it, so that will be today's job. I think it needs 2 coats and it takes about 10 hours to dry, so we better get cracking.
So some of you might have noticed that this cupboard here is actually bigger than the cupboards we put up on this side of the kitchen. Those cupboards are 80 centimeters big, where this cupboard here, which I've just put up, the doors are also 80 centimeters big, but the actual cupboard itself is 1 meter. So we have this section down here. So all of the doors are the same size, but this cupboard is slightly bigger, being 1 meter big here, because this section here means that we can actually put some drawers in. So we have a choice. We can either put 2 10 centimeter drawers in, So it will look like that. So each one of these will be a separate drawer, or we can put a 20 centimeter deeper drawer in, which will basically look like that, and the whole thing will be a drawer. Now this is going to be where our kind of coffee and tea making facilities are going to be. So our kettle and our coffee machine and our teapot and everything is going to live on the worktop here. So these drawers, we're thinking of using it as the storage for like the teas and coffees and stuff. I've just got to choose now whether I go for 2 10 centimeter drawers to make it look like that, or that one 20 centimeter on there. I'm thinking, use of space wise, I think 2 10 centimeter drawers will be slightly better. Now, this entire house renovation series has basically been me making it up as I've been going along. Never done anything like this in my entire life, but I love taking on big creative challenges like this and basically jumping in the deep end. That's kind of me all over. I love doing that type of thing. So for instance, like the extension out there is way too overexposed for you to even see it, but the extension, we never actually got any architectural drawings or anything to build it. We basically just got builders in and we kind of project managed it and built what we actually wanted with no kind of architectural plans or anything. And exactly the same is said with the kitchen as well. Me and Holly designed this, what we wanted ourselves, and ordered everything ourselves. We never got a kitchen designer in to actually fully measure it or fully plan it. We, again, jumped in the deep end and basically designed it how we actually wanted it. And that's kind of what I'm on about here with the actual drawers and stuff. We kind of knew what we wanted, but we just ordered everything and thought we would just make it up when it's here. And then, like I said, get a refund on certain things. And again, now you might notice that we've got some bits of cardboard in this gap here. So we always knew that there was going to be some shelves here, but we didn't know exactly where those shelves were going to go because, again, it hasn't been fully planned. So I've just put some cardboard stuck up with some masking tape on the wall here to kind of visualize what it will look like with some shelves in. And we're thinking there's going to be 3 or 4 shelves there. And the actual shelves will be made out of the same wood as the actual worktop. And also there will be a shelf going along the top of the fridge up there as well. So it's all going to match in and it's all going to look super lovely and super awesome. But now we've got to the point where the actual extractor, can you see that? The extractor has turned up. I haven't built the cupboard for it because it's going up on that wall. And so my next plan, my next job is to basically work out how to install an extractor into the cupboard. I haven't built the cupboard because there is this big, this template here basically gives me some measurements because I've got to start cutting the actual cupboard up before it's built to get the extractor in. And if you're wondering, it's not an IKEA extractor, it's an AEG extractor, but it's an integrated one. So basically integrated ones will basically be fitted exactly the same way no matter what brand you actually go for. Alright, well, would you look at that? I've just put up the final 2 cabinets on the top row of the kitchen. And I think, Holly, that's pretty much every cabinet is now in place. These aren't done properly. There's still a few little bits I've got to do. I've still got to bolt these together. But hey, I just wanted to show you what it looked like having these final 2 cabinets in. And this is the one where the extractor is going to go. Hence, I just had to cut the bottom of this cupboard out because it's an integrated one. It basically means that when the door is shut, you won't ever know that there's an extractor there, but it basically sits underneath and it will take all of your cooking smells straight out there and then straight out the top hole, which is up there. I thought I was going to get it all done and finished in today's video, but it's turned out that
you didn't. I haven't.
Basically, because there's still a lot more work to do. I've got to get this long flexible pipe up through that hole into the ceiling, all the way along into the other room. I've still got to fit it in and bolt it all in, but hey.
Much faff.
There's a lot of faff, so I thought, hey, we will end today's video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Holly is also saying thank you somewhere behind.
Thank you.
And like we said at the very beginning of this video, we have hit a massive milestone now at 40,000 subscribers, which is incredible. So next challenge, our next big massive goal will be 50,000 subscribers. So if you're not already, please hit that subscribe button to follow mine and Holly's renovation adventure. And until next time, we'll see you soon.